Einstein once said, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." Albert Einstein was once a mathematician and scientist. He also studied with genetics. Another form of genetics, which is another study, is prosopagnosia. It is a disease when you can't see faces. They're like blurry little things, but you can see colors, you can read, and you can see bodies. You can see anything out there, including the sun, just no faces. The reason why is because the egg, when you're a little fetus, nothing but a sperm or an egg, there's a fraction line in the egg. When you grow up to be even more of a little child in the womb, the brain is not fully developed. Nothing else is wrong, but your brain is a little bit more smaller and condensed than a regular brain would be. Another study is natural herbalism. In natural herbalism, there's this thing called optogenetics, and it's where you study for blindness and how to cure eyes. Say you have cataracts. Well, you have cataract surgery. So, in Texas University, there is this man named Za Pan, who is imported from Korea, but he found this little algae. In scientific terms, it's CHR2, and in most terms, it's chlamydomycosis. This algae has 100,000 light sensories in this one little cell. And with that, you can see photons and anything like that. So, Mr. Pan starts off with the rat, injects it to its eyes. This rat has red eyes, but once he injects it with the algae, it is green. But yet this blind rat can see afterwards. And so, he brought this into Texas University, and now he has over 200,000 people who are cured from blindness. So, and also genetics, I'm studying with KU at their professional labs, and I'm taking, legally, DNA from anybody I can actually swab. So I'm doing this professionally, and I'm doing this with Dean Stetler. He has psoriasis and MS, but he's a smart man. So at College and Career Center, I have done this study with Mrs. Haas, and it's MAOA. It's your warrior gene. With that warrior gene, it's when you're born with a more of a fight or flight kind of a brain. So with fight or flight, it's either you are aggravated or at least a little bit upset at something, and you want to punch somebody. So you see the fights down the hallways, and with those, it's usually a fight or flight kind of an active thing. So maybe it's a little bit lame, but with that, some people who are in jail who committed murder or any kind of crime can't believe that they have a mental disability from MAOA. MAOA is located on your X chromosome, which is your female, the one that your mom gave you. And with that also, it's kind of like prosopagnosia, where there's like a fracture line dysfunction. With MAOA, it's a percentage that you're denied it. So that percentage can be above 30%, and you're still more at liability to commit rape. So that liability also at 70%, you're more of a liability to have murder. So there's been about over 200 people who have protested against being mentally disabled from MAOA. So the study came about with this new thing called a lie detector. And with that lie detector, there's a brain sensory now. It's called a PET scan. You swallow some sort of little liquid, and when you do that scan, it shows that liquid through your body. So if you don't drink that liquid, you can actually use that scan on your brain. So there's little radio waves coming off from your brain into that scan. So when somebody with MAOA was tested with that scan, it was always in the back and the front of the brain that was highlighted. And they were then tested for MAOA and chromosome 16, which also is more correlated to each other. So when they found out that this whole thing was more active than any other part of their body, they saw that there was a correlation with murder, rape, and stealing. So once Albert Einstein also said, without failure you can't learn. And so with all these genetics that you've done, all the science, math, people have failed in order to learn and correct what they've done. So with that being said, that is my most absolute thing that I think I'm an expert on, and that's genetics.